You're not just an account number. You're not just a bill that needs to be paid. You're just a person that needs some help.
I didn't have to stay stuck anymore. I just was able to pick up and keep going.
What seems like a small amount to so many is life-changing to a great number of people in our city.
I have 3 kids and we moved back to the Springs last year. And we just had a time period where we weren't making as much money as we normally would. We really needed assistance. And if we could just get help with one of our bills, then we can make everything else happen.
So I have a total of 6 kids. They're my world. About 3 months ago, we all got COVID for the first time. It hit us hard. We couldn't work for 3 weeks. That put us behind. What's important now is keeping my kids in this home. So I called 211.
They gave me a list of places to call that I hadn't even thought of.
That's when Crossfire came in.
And I love them because we used to go to them every week for their food services.
We are primarily what we call a no-cost grocery center. Our guests are able to come in one day each week and shop for groceries at no cost to themselves. Somebody will stop and be like, I really appreciate the groceries, but can you help with the rent? Can you help with utilities? Answering that question more and more often with a no, you just start to feel like you're not doing all that you can. One of the major funding sources that we have is the COPE fund through Colorado Springs Utilities. And I know that Mercy's Gate and Catholic Charities and a couple of other organizations have applied to that.
With COPE, you come in, you sign up, and then they start reviewing your bills. Mercy's Gate was amazing. I think at the time, this was about 6 years ago, I was behind a couple of months and they were able to pay my full bill. It was about $500 that they paid for me.
One thing about Colorado Springs Utilities is you don't even have to meet them halfway. You just have to make an effort. The credit team at Colorado Springs Utilities, they're amazing. They really know what they're doing.
Throughout the day, we're getting phone calls from all the different agencies in Colorado Springs. She can definitely qualify for COPE help right now. And we kind of have a conversation. Sometimes that's with the customer right there.
It's usually, I would say, a 3 to 5 minute phone call to get through the information.
They can make a payment of this amount, and then the agency is going to come through and they're going to pay this amount to help them.
And we're able to get folks back to where they can maybe put a small manageable balance into a payment plan that Colorado Springs Utilities offers. And then we can get families back on track where they don't feel like they're drowning in utility bills.
Both him and the person I talked to at Colorado Springs Utilities were just like, let's all figure this out together and make it as stress-free as possible. Realizing that whole entire team is there just to help you and your family was a pretty big deal.
Put the pride on the side and just go with trying to get the assistance. If they wouldn't have been around, I don't know what I would have done.
Through a telephone, you can feel that sense of relief.
So exciting to have such great news to share with someone who thought I'd probably never pay off that bill.
And that's very rewarding. It's worth all the time and effort at that point.